Are you recording?
This is the happy hour podcast. Why is it a happy hour? It's because we have alcohol, but it's not so happy. I don't know. We're not that happy. We're pissed off. We're pissed off. Another podcast with two white straight males. Boo!
I'm not that. I look like I just got off the boat.
An Arab, yeah.
But
it's
you know what's crazy?
Hated.
Okay, so I know, like, black people want to complain, but come on, let's not forget 9/11. Almost 19 brothers to become the most hated race, and everyone just forgets about us.
Sorry.
But so I started. I've used body wash as shampoo, as conditioner, as shaving cream. It's just about everything you think of. Probably oil to cook a steak. But so I got like beard cream or like beard wash, and it's nice because like it makes my beard's been growing I think kind of quicker. But it's nice because I got this little patch right here, and it's like it can never get thick enough to cover it. So then my barber, who's a Jew, so we do get along, but I just wonder when the pyramids were built if we would have gotten along then. But so he was like, just shave the whole thing off. And I'm like, yeah, but I have a baby face. He's like, yeah, but shave it off and get rid of the dead hair. And I'm like, every picture on my Bumble profile shows me with a beard. So
wait,
gonna live with the dead hair.
He said it's dead hair?
Well, he said so what happens is, even if you get a beard trim, it doesn't get rid of the dead hair. She's like, there's still going to be underlying dead hair. So he's like, just cut everything off. And it's true, like in boot camp, for example, people who never grew a beard, mainly Mexicans and black people, but they still make you shave every day. The next thing you know, by the end of boot camp, they have like facial hair. So it's true. It's like, if you want facial hair, it's kind of counterintuitive, but just shave every day. But the problem is, I like my beard.
Sounds wild.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, so he thinks that little spot, it's going to take one shave, one quick shave, and it's going
to... No, he was like, just shave everything, and then like shave every day for a month. And I'm like, dude, I was in the reserves for a reason. I don't want to have to shave every day. And I got kicked out, but whatever. Dude, you want to know what's annoying? Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. I got a pimple on my neck. It looks like a hickey. But it's like a hickey by a midget. I know. It's so tiny.
Well, fuck, dude. We're live. I just wanted to say, this is the Not So Happy Hour podcast because we got alcohol, but we're not that happy. And clearly with your beard, you're not that happy. But how about...
I like it.
Just for some background, if anyone's listening to this while we scream into the void, me and Jay are from sunny California, but San Diego. But Jay just moved out to Arizona and I moved to LA. So Jay, what's going on in Zona? The Zonies.
First of all, when I went like this west side, after I become famous, it's going to get screenshotted up on CNN. So, take that, CNN. Zona's not bad. It's going good. It's cheap. I was paying $2,000 a month without a washer and dryer in sunny San Diego. Here, I pay $1,300 for a 2-bedroom, and I have a washer and dryer in here. But it's like, you think you can live alone until you live alone. Living alone has a lot of benefits. Like, I walk around naked all the time. It's pretty dope. This couch, spread eagle, just fucking, I'm good to go. The problem, though, is I don't really have, I don't have that much human interaction, which, given my personality, I kind of need. But, it's nice. Gas is cheaper. I will say, though, if you do move to Arizona, don't vote blue, remember why you came. And change your fucking plates, because I have California plates on my truck, and I get flipped off daily. And I don't even cut anybody off. I'm going 70 and 65 like a normal human. Maybe 75 and a 65. And I just get and I think it's because of California plates. And confirmed with my coworker that this is true. They're not happy. But it's like California would be the fourth richest country in the world. So eat a bag of dicks and take that with you, you know?
That's true. But I got to say real quick, what's going on here with our podcast? Immediately we just got super hack. I was like, yo, so Jay, tell us about Arizona. And you're like, yeah, they hate people from California. What is this interview? We've been talking for 6 hours today, and then suddenly I'm just, so tell me more about your childhood.
Yeah, I mean, it's because we're best friends, so you know this information. This is for the world to see. The problem, though, is that
we got to be less professional. We got to, you know what I mean? We're talking with uptones.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that shit. Parker was supposed to call me today. He still hasn't.
All right, tell me what happened with Parker.
Oh.
Let's get down to it.
Right,
let's get down.
If this podcast ever takes off, I hope it does. You know, because I like talking to you and I like not being broke. So if I could do both those things, it'd be nice. Parker Lingenbaum, he's late 20s, and he's a cum guzzling whore. I found out. He's does whatever he can for himself. Doesn't really care about other people. And yeah, it took a lot of money from the team. I mean, I think it's like, how much money as a team were we owed and didn't get paid? Holy shit.
Bro, answer it on the pod. I'll stay quiet. Put it on speaker.
Mute your mic.
I don't know how. Okay, well.
It's muted? Give me a thumbs up if it's muted. Call him back. Hey, what's up? Sorry I missed your call, dude.
You're good. Sorry I called late. We got wrapped up late here, so I didn't want to leave you hanging. I figured I'd call you on the way home.
No, it's all good.
If you want, let's do this in the morning. I don't know what your schedule's like, but if you can get up, I'll show you all this stuff on Zoom, and we can see if we can figure something out. Like, how bad are you?
Pretty bad. I have like $30 in my bank account. My car's overdue by 30 days. So it's like.
And that payment's what?
$650.
What about rent? How are you doing that right now?
Rent's $1,300. So I've just been doing Instacart like crazy, and that's kind of been like helping me. But it's like, so if I don't make this next car payment and then I'm 60 days late, then they're going to repo my truck. So my plan was I get paid Friday, probably about $700. Throw that towards the car, so I'm just 30 days late again. So my credit will take a hit, but at least it won't get repoed. And then 2 weeks from that, I'll get, because my paycheck's only 1 week because I just started, and so it's just 1 week of training, and then use that for my car payment again. So I'm 30, not 60. And then February 3rd, I get a 2 week paycheck. Throw that towards rent, and then 2 weeks after that, make another truck payment. So then I'm again 30 days, not 60 days, and then each time my credit's going to drop 60 points, and then 34 points because that's what it dropped last time. And then 2 weeks after that, make rent.
What's your credit at right now?
534. It was a 700 before the summer, 705. So then I'm just going to be in that.
What about the 54 grand that's been paid? Where is all that? Where did it go?
Rent, a Hawaii trip, an engagement ring, bills, helping my family, helping my friends. I mean, 50 grand in a year living in Southern California. It's not like it's
not that much.
Yeah, I mean, my rent was $2,000, $2,100 by itself when I was in San Diego.
Cali's stupid expensive.
Yeah, with no washer dryer, so that's $100 a month itself because the amount of clothes I have can fit in a briefcase. I'm not complaining. I after we like texted and talked about it, I understand like where it's coming from, but my frustration.
I don't
is like,
you realize that stresses me out. I don't like seeing your credit and that stuff happen to you. It's like, well, shit. So I'm trying to think of what could be done.
I mean, there's really nothing that can be done. I'm just going to be in this cycle
until I get. There's two ideas I have.
Until I get a commission check for my new job.
Well, there's two things that if you wanted to do it could potentially happen. One of them is we fill your calendar full of termite leads. You go close them, their company leads, and we just push you out in advance and basically advance the money you get off the termite leads now. Second option is Mike O'Donnell owns a really successful solar company in Arizona. He's a really close friend of mine. He could probably give you a hookup and get you in on the ground floor where you just set for him. He closes the next day and he gives you 30% of the commission or whatever. And usually that's $8,000 or so to you.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things if you want my help I can think of. We can try to do that to float this so you're not sitting here tanking yourself in.
I mean, I'm going my plan was to just kind of ride the wave that I'm in. And then, like I said, one check goes to car 30 days late, but it's not getting repoed because they don't start repoing until 60. And over the summer, I got to 60, but I was in Florida. They couldn't find my truck, but they blew up my phone a lot and sent my ex a lot of mail. But that's okay because it's whatever. But my plan was just kind of do that. So I'm selling cabinets, furniture or kitchen refacing. So it has a base of 40 plus commission. And like I've talked to people who've been doing it. Not just, my sales manager is trying to recruit me, but like you can make like 150, 120 your first year. But the problem is like you don't see that commission until like 2-3 months down the road. And I looked into solar, but the problem with solar is like it's like a 2-month turnaround, and I can't really afford to not do anything for 2 months. So it's like with the solar, like and I'm not like shutting it down, but I'm just thinking out loud. Like with your option, it's like
I may be able to get money to give you in advance. My point.
And then sign with him. But my schedule is like I'm in training right now for the rest of this week and next week, and it's like 9 to 5:30.
Solar's easy on your schedule. If it's 9 to 5, go out and set a few appointments with me. You just be a setter, and you can take your $5,000 or whatever in advance. Which $5,000 ought to help you for the next 2 months, right? So you're not taking credit.
Yeah, but I mean when
setting's easy. It's not hard.
Yeah, I've set before.
It's like you go in the evening and set a few. Mike would just be doing it as a personal favor. Despite where your finances are at and whatever the emotion. You know how to set it.
You cut out an emotion. You cut out
talks or whatever else exists there. I would vouch and tell Mike that you know how to sell. So I could probably call in and shit is what I'm getting at. If something like that would help float you, Jake, so you don't take your credit worse.
Yeah, I mean, if he's open with my schedule, so my schedule right now is Monday through Friday, just because it's training 9 to 5:30, and then after that it's pretty chill. You only have 2 appointments a day, and then 1 week you're doing 9 to 1. And then the next week, or not 9 to 1, you have an appointment at 9, you have an appointment at 1, and then the following week you have an appointment at 3, an appointment at 7, and that's it. So the schedule's pretty open. So like if I'm not working out or doing that, I could do solar. I know solar in Arizona is kind of saturated, but I mean if he knows the area, and he's willing.
Just so you know, O'Donnell does 3 megawatts a year by himself, which is the equivalent as if only did 3,000 pest accounts.
Yeah.
He's the best there is. He's good. So if you set, he'll close.
Yeah, I mean, I'll work my ass off. That's for sure. I mean, I know how to work hard. I know I had a tough summer this year, but I also had a lot of personal shit going on too. I mean, my rookie year, it's nothing to brag about compared to yours.
I know I shadowed you. I know you know how to sell. I would vouch and say you know how to sell. I know exactly how well you did your rookie year.
So I mean, if he's willing to.
I'll call. He's like 60, so he's gonna be in bed right now. But I'll call him in the morning and just say I got a guy out here that would want to do something like this. Can we work something out and help him out here? And I'll see if I can call in a chit and get him to do me a solid.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. Again, sorry for my reaction earlier. I was just annoyed. But I mean, if he's willing to give me like a $5,000 advance by February, then it's like I don't even need to see a paycheck from him until I get that money, until I'm equal, because I'll be getting money from my current job for like my bills, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like until I make 5 grand, then he could just not even send me a paycheck. And then once I pass $5,001, then it's like, okay, I'd like to start seeing that paycheck.
yeah.
Because I mean,
Okay,
February
let me
two.
call him in the morning. I think you'd probably do it.
No, I would do it. Fuck it, 5 grand to fucking.
No. I'm saying I think he would probably do it. I'll
Okay.
talk to him, but I think he would probably go for it. What part of it, Phoenix, are you in?
I'm in north part of Phoenix. I'm in Deer. I mean, if he lives here, he knows the area. It's called Deer Valley. I'm off the
Yeah,
17 freeway.
he's in. You would just probably have to drive over to the Peoria area. Can you do that?
Yeah, I mean, with 5 grand, I can get an oil change, so I'll be able to make the drive.
Okay, because that's where they're all at. I mean, he may be closing all over. I don't know where he's at right now, but his company's based out of Peoria.
Yeah, Peoria is like I think like 35, 40 minutes away, but like Scottsdale, which is like the rich part of Arizona, or at least my part, that's like 20 minutes away. So I'm in a good spot. I mean, I know you've been to Arizona. It's in California. If you're always 5 minutes from a freeway. In Arizona, it's like you're always 20 minutes away. But I'm lucky. I live a block from the freeway. I mean, that's why my rent's so cheap. But whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll call him in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, my schedule is 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. We don't really take a lunch or like a scheduled lunch. It's kind of like clock out at 12, clock in at 12:30, just for like the calendar's sake. But I mean, sometimes we'll take lunch at 1. Sometimes we'll take it at 12. But it's very rare. But and then yeah, I don't know. I think
What
Utah's
time,
just
what time is it gets dark in AZ right now? What time?
5:30, 6 o'clock. But I mean,
All right.
so let me know, dude. I'm sorry for the way I blew up. I was just irritated, and I hope
Right.
I would never.
Me too when I told you keep the threats coming, so I antagonized it at the beginning. I apologize.
It's all good, bro. But let me know. I hope you're doing well and other great. And like the same thing too. Like I texted Liam today. Like I know you guys are going through the similar, like something similar, probably on different scales, but it's like you're going through it, but you're also in a leadership role. So I'm sure you got plenty of people who are irritable towards you. And that's a shitty burden in itself, because it's like you're going through it. And again, I don't know what you were projected to make versus what you actually made. Regardless of the amount, like the feeling's still the same for you that it is for me, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are going through it. Like if you're projected to make 1 million and you're going to make half that, it's still shitty.
Well, I only make $250,000 a year, dude. Everything else I make on an equity play.
Okay, same, but like you get the point I'm trying to make. So I'm sure you guys are going through like your own stresses and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with Bugs Our Lane was a rough year all the way around the board.
yeah, are you going to be in Florida again?
What?
Are they going to be in Florida again? Or do you know?
No, those guys are going to go to termite. I talked to Liam about it. We're paying full commission on termite now. We're financing it, so they're $2,000 deals. We're paying. You still get your full rip, but all the commissions paid up front. There's no back end, and I think there's enough guys now that, given Hawks' attrition, and then them finding out the 15% about Moxie, I think there's a number of guys that are just like, fuck it, you're not going to hold my money on a back end. I'm not doing that. I'm like, go to termite where it's all up front and nobody holds their money. They're getting their paychecks every 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
they're going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, termites, I remember in Florida, it was like, you guys tent? You guys do termites? What do you do? So.
We talked about it. I'm trying to talk them into going somewhere where rent's cheap. They go to Florida, it's like, fine. Go to Orlando. Don't go to Miami. You're exactly right. What you guys pay, your cost of living in Southern California, even if you make decent money, what you're doing, you go broke off the cost of living alone. It's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, yeah, it was like Miami was a little cheaper because it was like what was it, $3,000 a month for a 3-bedroom with washer dryer. It's like to get that in like a gated community type of thing. It's like to get that in San Diego, it's probably $6,000, but still, it's like we're there to make money. And like I think that the mentality of most people is like you're gonna live very cheaply over the summer, but it pays out. Whereas like when we were in Florida, it was like, yeah, like this shit's coming out my back end, and then you factor in beds and shit like that. So it's all good. I mean, my thing is like one reason I moved to Arizona is because I want to become a cop. In California, they don't really like cops there. Although, given my attitude, I should probably tone it down before becoming a cop, or end up on CNN or a T-shirt. Um, but I mean, it's true. It's like I think it's just like I don't know. I try to stay positive. Like I always tell myself, like what you're going through, if you can change it, then change it. Like weight, money, like whatever. And if you can't change it, then just accept it. And it just sucks our situation to where it's like I had so many opportunities to change it, and I didn't. Like a lot of it's on my own, and I know that. It's like what you said, and I tell myself that every day. If you quit on a loss, you lose the next one too. So it's like I quit on a loss and fucking lost 9 more. So I wouldn't say the summer was a complete sham because I did learn like a lot of life lessons. Granted, I wish I could have controlled when I learned them and how I learned them, but that's not life. So it's all good. I mean, I don't think you did anything out of malicious intent or JK or like I don't think anybody did anything with malicious intent. It's just like it all went to shit. And given the fact we're 1099, which means you kind of defend yourself, you just kind of got to do what you got to do. And again, it's just shitty. That's all. But it is what it is. Can't cry over it. No, it's all good. And no, and Liam said sorry too, and he's like he feels bad and stuff. But it's like at the end of the day, extreme ownership. I signed the dotted line just like everybody else. I didn't want to sign that lawyer fee. I remember it took me like a week to sign it because I was like, I don't want to have to pay for it. I don't want to have to pay for it. And then it was like, fuck, I got bills due. So signing this paper is going to get Hawks to pay me my back end. Then I'm going to fucking sign it. And it's like, if I hit a few more doors and ignore the rain a little bit or whatever excuse I want to give myself, then, this back end would have been 40 grand and take your 15. I still get 25. So it's like, it's whatever, but can't change it now. So got to kind of live with it. But yeah, I mean, if your buddy can help me, like I said, we'll figure something out. I'll fucking.
I'll call him in the morning, and then I'll call you right after to give you an update. I'll call him right around 9 Arizona time.
Yeah, if I don't answer, shoot me a text, and if I don't answer that,
or whatever. So
yeah,
I'll text you kind of where that's at.
I'll call you when I can. But thanks again. I know you don't have to help me, especially after I was a dick. You don't really have an incentive to. So the fact you're willing to, it does mean a lot.
We're all dicks and we all make mistakes, and I've had my fair share of those. So it's all good.
All right, man. Well, thank you for everything, and sorry it didn't work out better, but whatever.
All right, man. I'll give you an update manana.
All right, thanks, bro.
Okay, man. Peace.
But
the wildest shit is that we got put into a pyramid scheme, and at the end of it, you apologized.
Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do to get that money.
All right. Well, if anyone's listening to this, and I think it could go viral, I'm going to be honest. Jay just took a call from not his boss, but his boss's boss.
The president of sales for the company.
The president of
sales. A nationwide company.
For an unnamed
with billions of dollars.
And yeah, he took the call. He broke down his life situation. The company's big. How much is the company worth? Do you know how much the company's worth?
How many? What do they have? 17 offices? Some shit?
Yeah. I think they have 7. I don't know. What was the total? Do you remember the total? Because like our office did 5.5 million.
Wait, I have a shirt. Let me check my shirt.
I know it's 17 for sure.
Oh. Well, then
Or
just
it
do
was
17.
But I think it was 17 before Fort Lauderdale. Maybe it's 19.
Well, let me check my shirt. It has all the offices.
Anyway, I'll go into it. I'll just start. Me and Jacob, we did door-to-door selling pest control. Really how it started, it was me and
18.
Jacob. 18?
Yeah. So do 18. What's 18 times 5 million?
It wasn't 5. We were the top office. And that's a whole nother story.
3 million then. 18 times 3 million.
30, 40, 54 million, right?
That's what I got. So 54 million. $54 million.
Well, that's new business revenue. So that's not what the company's worth.
Damn. Bro, look at this, dude.
What?
Megan said, she's like, Jelly, I'm next. Because I put on my podcast. And then this other girl was like, cooking show.
Bro, what? Oh my goodness. No, but what I wanted to do though, Jay, is so that this all makes sense. If anyone does listen to this, and it sounds like they might.
Yeah, dude.
If you're getting DMs, it sounds like they might be listening to it in the near future. So I'd like to explain what just happened. You know what I mean? Because you hopped on with Parker, president of sales. We should bleep out his name. No, we won't because we're
maybe last time. I think it said his last name. No, we're not talking shit. We're not saying anything. Yeah, we're not saying anything.
I'm gonna talk a little shit real quick, but I'm just gonna explain what happened. So,
okay.
The first time ever doing door to door was insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was with Revolve in Chico.
Yeah, they're bankrupt, by the way. So fuck
exactly.
You,
and so is the company that we work for. They went bankrupt too. Everyone goes bankrupt. You go door to door like a sleazy solicitor, you're gonna go bankrupt. It's like you run a
dude. Look at Mormons.
Look at Bernie Madoff.
What are Mormons at on the?
Look at Enron.
Where does the Mormon religion fall on the scale of religion? Where does?
Oh, it's I don't know, but I'm gonna get back to the timeline. So pretty much what happened. We did door to door in Chico. We'll talk about that later. But ultimately, my roommate in college, Liam, he was doing this. He was making some good money. He bought like a BMW 3 Series. I was like, oh, cool. And here's the thing. If anything fucking screams MLM pyramid scheme, it's a BMW.
Yeah.
If you see someone with a black Beamer, run the other way. But we didn't. So I did it. I did okay.
Signed the dotted line.
I signed the dotted line. It was cool. You work for the summer. It's miserable. You have to live out there. I went out to Chicago. I slept on a fucking pull-out bed that leaned backwards, right? So all the blood would rush to my head. But I sold for a little bit, and it was chill. Came back to San Diego. I was getting paid commission checks every fucking month. And so I was happy. So I was like, Jay, you got to do this too because you were working at Woodstock's Pizza.
This got a free meal every day.
He got a free meal, but he hated life. And so Jay came out. We did well in Columbus, Ohio. Right?
We do well. You're gonna trim this shit.
And then
it turned my life around for sure.
So
but that was funny
chill.
About a turnaround.
And we were with Moxie, this company, and we went back to San Diego. Jay was fucking living it up. I mean, he got one of the biggest couches I've ever seen in my life, squeezed into a 1-bedroom apartment. I was like, what the fuck? And he got an 80-inch TV that he put up for it to match. It was chaos.
Well, dude, I hate sitting far away, and you have like a 40-inch. Why does my hand look so fat? But I hate sitting far away.
Pull that
and
Shaq thing out there, put it up in the camera.
A 40-inch TV. It's like, dude, I need, I gotta fill the space.
Exactly. So. I'm not hating on it, I accept it. I'm just saying, I think, okay, so things were going well is really what I was trying to get at. And then we went to this other company, Hawks. So pretty much, and it's so interesting. So that was your first year. And so Moxie didn't pay us. Hawks covered the bill. Because the way...
Well, that was my biggest concern, dude. I remember, like, saying that. I was like, I'm worried I'm not going to get paid. And it's like, no, you get paid. And I was like, okay, well, Thomas did it. And I'm not blaming anybody. But it's like, Thomas did it. He got a Beamer. Or he got an Audi. Liam did it. He got a Beamer. So I was like, all right, the money's there.
I was part of the pyramid scheme.
God, I know you sucked me in.
Your ass.
It's your stupid ass Audi. So then I was like, all right, the money must be real. I'm making pizzas. I was obese at the time. Very. We're not obese, but definitely out of shape. So then I was like, all right, let's fucking do this thing. Sorry, I'm putting this podcast on my Snapchat story. This is at Thomas
Chase off our podcast. We haven't even put out an episode yet. No one even knows. We're still alive.
Okay, dude.
Jay's already clout chasing. I swear to God, I will be posting on my Instagram if you start missing, you know what I mean, times to record. You're like, oh, I'd love to, but I got, you know what I mean, I got this fucking check. I got this dirty whore that I got to hang out with.
Thomas, no female can ever come between our relationship again. She did a little bit.
Let that be a lesson. Okay, now hold on. There's so much to say over this last summer. So Jay just got on the phone with the president of sales, and there's so much backstory. So we left Moxie. Let's get back. Actually, let's just break down what is door-to-door. This is what it is. Someone recruits you. They give you X percent, right? The rookie percentage that they were fucking sucking out of kids in California was 18%. A fair wage is somewhere between 30 and 40, closer to 40 for your first year. 35 maybe. That's a fair, you know what I mean? You can live with that.
For the year. Yeah.
What people are actually getting paid though, it's like you got the top guys making well over that. And not to spill the beans here, but the reality is your manager's making 75% or his manager's making 75% and you're so far down the totem pole, find another company.
Fucking hell, dude. It's true.
Yeah, so pretty much is how it works. Say you get 30%. So then you go out for the summer. It's summer sales. You have to live somewhere wild, right? Like my first year was Chicago, second year was Columbus, Ohio, third year was Miami, Florida. So you have to move out there. You live there for 4 months. And then every single day, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, you have to knock. So every morning you go to a meeting. Then either you drive yourself or someone drives you out to your neighborhood that's cut out. They drop you off, okay, rain or shine. Okay, it could be beating down the sun. Or it can be dumping rain. You get dropped off. You have a little iPad. Some people have a Segway. So it's not fair. But then you go door to door. You knock on the door. You hit them with something like this. Hey, I was just in the neighborhood with the, what was it? I'm in the neighborhood with OSU, making sure there's no Michigan fans in the neighborhood. You throw out some fucking corny line like that. What were some of the other pickup lines we did? What were some of the other ones?
Bro, okay. I remember one person had a Black Lives Matter flag or a little banner. Okay, I'll give you two. So
and we're about to get canceled, and it's episode 1.
Then a Black Lives Matter flag. And I was like, oh, hey, I saw your flag. I appreciate your support. My girlfriend's black. So
that was true. So for anyone trying to cancel us, that was true.
Yes, that's very true. And then one was I was with your brother, and they had like a rainbow flag, and I was like, "Oh, this is my partner Will," and then I just went into my pitch, and the guy was like dumbfounded.
And that was also true.
Gay. I don't even think he was gay. I think he was married to a woman, but he was just showing support for the gay community.
And that's
let's see.
And that's America. No, but yeah,
dude,
we would
I was making like $2,500 a month at Woodstocks, living in sunny San Diego.
Yeah.
To making like, double, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then Hawks was like, we should come to us, and I was like, all right, what do you guys want to do?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to explain. Is pretty much you sell it, so you sell someone a year contract, you get a percentage of that, 30%, let's say. You sell them $1,000 contract, you get $300. They pay you $50 to $100 up front. So say they pay you $100 up front, they still owe you $200. So then they pay you that at the end of the summer. Different companies have different ways to do it, but that's pretty much. So you have your front end, that's what you get paid up front, $50, $50, $100, and then your back end is the bulk of the commission. So the issue is we did Moxie, did great, sold a bunch, but then we got sold to go sell for Hawks, and pretty much Moxie was like, we're not going to pay you the back end, and Hawks said, we'll cover the back end if you come over. So that's what, so we went over. Now Jay left.
That's what we did.
So we went over and we started selling in Florida, and Florida's cool, I guess. It rains every day during the summer. They don't tell you that. You didn't get that.
Florida's a shithole.
Also, here's the thing. So you have to sign a 6-month lease minimum. So it's like,
yeah, but we're only out there for 4 months.
$20,000 in the hole before you even started selling anything. And if it doesn't sound like a scam yet, just you wait.
Wait until you hear the rest.
So we were selling. It was kind of miserable. There's like a million companies out there, huge bugs, spending so much fucking money. Gas is more expensive. It's just like Florida can be a shithole. It's just a real butthole of America. But then Jay got dumped. He got a FaceTime call that didn't go the way he wanted it to.
No, dude, but you know what? It's like I'm happy.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get to that point, but it's like it's much better now than like when we were married with a kid. Kids just ruin everything.
And when they were married with a kid, it was a wild relationship.
Never got to that point.
No, they never got married, but they were engaged. Heartbreaking. It breaks my heart to this day. I mean, I'll think of it, so I'll shed a tear, personally.
Yeah, dude, here's a tear shedder for you.
I'm just kidding.
Now he lives in my apartment, plays with my dog. And here I am. Fucking
Jay, talk to us about that, dude.
With no bed frame, dude.
No bed
dude,
frame.
It's all good.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, I'm on the fucking floor like a homeless person.
Yeah.
The only difference between me and a homeless person is that I have a front door and a roof over my head to lock it. Other than that, I'm stealing food just like they are.
Well, let's remember this, too. You were paying for the apartment when things went south.
Yeah, dude. So Hawks was like, they're supposed to pay us on like the 1st or the 2nd, but it was late, so I didn't pay rent till the 7th. And then I got dumped on the 8th was a Sunday, so I paid rent that Friday on the 6th. Sunday morning, we're planning the wedding. Sunday night, fucking. But you know what's crazy though is obviously I got drunk as shit that night. Thanks to you and Joe. I appreciate that bottle. I'll repay it eventually. But it's like it's almost like I'll repay it. There you go. But it's almost like I blacked out. It was like once I heard the news, my mind just couldn't handle the information. Like it went dark. It was so like to this day, I can't remember what she said to initiate it because my mind was just so like all that adrenaline. Like I'm like when you're in a fight, when you kind of get like tunnel vision, like that happened. I just kind of like blacked out and don't remember anything.
Jesus.
And the next thing I know, I punched a hole in the wall and called her like 30 times. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about to some extent. Like I was never engaged when I got dumped, but it's so funny you say that because when I did get dumped, I did feel like I don't remember the event.
Yeah, like you remember it happening, obviously. But like in the moment, you're like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And your mind just like freaks out.
You're just done. It's over.
Yeah.
But anyway,
whatever, it is what it is.
So that happened. So things were tough to sell. You know what I mean? And you could understand if you really broke it down. If you had to go door to door, it's dumping rain. Everyone hates you. They tell you you're such a piece of shit, and you're just like fighting
and you're
to get
by yourself.
You're by yourself all day. All day long.
You dropped off at 11 and picked up at 9:30.
All day long. It's dark.
But to be honest,
eaten alive by mosquitoes, right? Before you get picked up.
Oh, dude, I was like a heroin addict on my ankles. But the thing is, though, is like that's what helped. That's what helped me get over the breakup more than anything. Because it was like I was by myself. You know, it's like people, they're like, oh, like you need more time. But it's like, yeah, you need more time because you're in a 9 to 5. So you wake up, you go to work, you're around other people. You have to put this mask on because you're around other people. But like I was by myself all day.
Clip
so
it.
It was aggressive.
Relationship advice with Jay.
It was aggressive and it sucked. Like the hard was fucking insanely hard. But it's like it forced you to get over it because it's like when you're at an office job or a pizza place or fucking a doctor, like whatever the fuck you're doing to pay your bills, you're around other people. Like very rarely do you have a job to where you're alone. Like not even like an interaction for like a manager, like, oh, hey, how'd your appointment go? Or like, hey, let me know after the appointment how it went. It was like you're dropped off or you drop yourself off in the park and you get out the car and you're just like, there's nobody around. And you got to remember, door to door, from 9 to like 4:30, 5 o'clock, you've talked to maybe 2 people because everyone's at work. So it's like you're just fucking. And then next thing it's like, you know. So it is good. So I guess my relationship advice, you know how you said clip it, is just be alone, dude. You have to be like so many people nowadays. But dude, like so many people aren't comfortable being alone. And I saw this video. It was like, well, it's bad. It sucks over time, but in the initial thing, I think it's good. Like I saw this video, it's like you don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry because you buy a bunch of food that you don't really need. So it's like if you can't be alone with yourself.
See, I hate being alone, and I grocery shop while I'm hungry.
The double negative. Yeah, but they cancel out. But it's true. It's like if you can't be alone, like you can't give like your full. It don't sound like a hippie. But you can't give like your full energy to people. So I think if you're alone,
your full energy to yourself.
Exactly. And if you can't love yourself, you're never gonna love anybody. So
whoa, dude. All right. Fuck yeah.
But I hate being alone, so maybe this video will help me go viral. Clip it.
Where's our producer?
I know. I need a haircut and a beard trim, but don't worry, ladies. I know. I hear him running around. Or I heard him earlier when you got up.
Jesus. Yeah. No, that was good. That's good to think about. I don't know how to segue.
I know. I'll segue. Here's the thing. Let's talk about porn.
Well, I was even going to say porn. I was going to finish the story with Parker.
Sorry. Finish your story, and then we'll talk about porn.
Yeah, let's talk about porn. No, but I was just going to say, it's like, just to wrap up the story best we can, is, yeah, so we went to Hawks. We sold. It was miserable, 6 days a week. And then on Sunday, you have a barbecue with the team. And when it was all said and done.
I have to cook, by the way, and not get paid for it.
Yeah. And I helped you, though. Let's not.
You did. Okay, I'm sorry. You're
anyway,
right.
And then I also paid for the food. Actually. And didn't get paid. I paid for the food. And then they hit us with we're not
back. Don't you wish you ate more food and got more alcohol? Like whenever we'd go like these team events, like at Twin Peaks, like I got the bill. It's like I wish I blacked out and got so much food I needed takeout for the next 4 days. Instead, I was like, I feel bad spending Liam's money. I'll just get a pint and half a cheeseburger. We'll split
that's
it.
What's bullshit is that it wasn't Liam's money. Otherwise, he'd be getting paid right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm in the hole. God knows how far deep in the hole I am because of things like that. Oh, we're at Twin Peaks. It's Liam's money. Let's go get fucking wasted. And Liam's like, no.
Bro, and how many times did I? What? How many? Like, you got to think about this. How many times did they give out an incentive? And I didn't hit it every time. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm like the best salesman. But how many times did I hit it and then not go, and you still got charged? It's like, looking back, I should have. Like, you would be like, dude, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get charged anyway. So go fucking get the Angus burger or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, and they'd be like, well, there's no way that we can figure out like who's getting charged, who's not getting charged. And it's like, what the fuck
yeah.
are you talking
limit.
about? I'll tell you one way. There's no one left on the team. I can easily tell you which days Jay went to the fucking baseball game. Check his Instagram.
But it was like the only time. It was the only time I had to go meet up with like a woman because it was the only time we would end early for a scheduled event. And I'm like, all right, do I want to go get laid or do I want to go eat a fucking cheeseburger at the same bar I'm going to every day? It's like, no, I'm gonna go get laid. I can get a cheeseburger any other day.
Yeah, I will say, I remember like my first year, right? Talking to Liam, he was like. I was like, dude, why don't we knock in San Diego? And he was like, here's the reality. No one's going to actually want to knock. But when you're out here, because I say Chicago, we weren't in Chicago. We were in West Chicago, but it was really, the city was called Elgin. It's not a city, it's like a town. So we were like in fucking southwest Elgin or some shit. There's no one but cornfields. And so Liam was like, there's nothing to do but knock. Because at night, there was only one bar to go to. So we would go there as a team. We would all eat together. Then we would go back to like the apartments. These apartments, it's hard to believe unless you live in Elgin that there's an apartment, a bar, a Starbucks, and a gas station, and then 100 miles of cornfield.
That's all you need in life, though.
No, but what I'm saying is like that makes sense. It's like you have nothing to do but knock, right?
I agree to an extent, but do you think it's like mental health? How much more would you have, like you might have knocked less hours, but how much harder would you have knocked if you're like, okay, hey babe, I gotta go knock a door. I'll be back later. You'd be fucking pounding that shit because it's like, oh shit, I gotta take the missus to fucking sushi or whatever bullshit. And it's like, you just be so much happier. Because rather than living in an apartment with 9 dudes, you get to go home and cuddle with your woman. So you just be like happier and like ready to go. Like, I wonder that too. Like, what's the fact on that?
Well, I will say this. I think you would be happier, maybe mentally healthier, but I don't think you would sell more. I think you would sell a lot less. Like at the end of the day, we can see the numbers. When we were knocking in Ohio with fuck all to do, right? What was there to do? It was like we had Hamilton's Pub or we had to drive 40 minutes into town. Whereas in Miami, it was like there was stuff to do every single fucking night. And our revenue was half. You know what I mean?
That's true. I just wonder though. Like
but if you had a date to go on, you would be leaving early. The best thing is once you get fully engulfed into the cult and you're just like, I need to sell so that I have better numbers than Justice tomorrow. That's when you'll sell the most. You know what I mean? Not to sell because it's like, oh, I got to take the missus on a date. It's like, okay, so then once you have money for the date, you're going to fuck off and go on the date. Versus when it's not about the money, it's more like the competition with these other guys on the team. And then it's like a full, like, kind of...
Yeah, I'd pick a competition over a date. Like if I had a date with fucking Margot Robbie, and I say this without ever having it, maybe this podcast takes
bleep
off.
That out.
You know,
this is not what this podcast stands for.
But I'm just saying, it's like, if you and I had a competition, it's like, all right, who
slander
can get
that
5?
woman.
And I'm at 4, but I have a date in an hour, it's like, I'm hitting my 5.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. You have to be engulfed into that.
It's true.
Where'd he go?
Is this podcast about to hear me pee? I'm going pee.
I was going to pee. I have to pee so bad. But should we take a pee break? I don't even know if I know how to take a pee break.
I'm not even gonna mute it. I'm just gonna pee.
Yeah.
Give the listener what they're looking for.
Oh, you know what? I think I could mute you.
Let him hear it.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute you.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm gonna turn it up.
Well, the problem is like if I pee outside of the water, then it splashes. But if you pee in the water, it doesn't splash. So it's like I'm
hit
going
that
for no
stream
splash
direct.
zone.
We're posting.
That's what I mean. It's like no.
Will this get us demonetized? He wasn't peeing. He was pouring Kool-Aid into the toilet.
Why would we get demonetized for it? Will we?
I don't know. Are you allowed to pee in?
I can find out.
Are you allowed to ASMR piss on YouTube? Fuck. You know what the other bullshit is? Is that I'm out of my fucking June shine. I know I have one somewhere. I just don't have one with me. What were we talking about? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just, it was a lot of bullshit, but I don't know. Yeah, now we're not getting paid. So, I mean, I left. I got a job. Jay got a job. But as you heard with Parker, things aren't going great. They're not going. It's not smooth sailing. What do you think, Jay?
Here's the thing, dude.
You want to talk to the people while I fucking take a piss?
Let's do it.
I'll take a piss. Well, go on a rant. Start the rant. I'll stay for while you know what I mean? Start the rant.
Well, so Shia LaBeouf has this thing. It's like, in the end, it'll be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So we'll get there. It's just, it's fucking hard. I think the hardest thing about life is like telling yourself it'll be okay. Not that having a positive mindset is hard, because it's like, look where you are now and just stay positive. But it's like the hardest part is like staying positive when you don't want to be positive. And then it's like you're staying positive and nothing's working out. But then you still have to stay positive. Otherwise, it's definitely not going to work out. So it's like you're positive, and then shit. And then you're positive, and then shit. And you're like, at what point do I just stop staying positive? But you can't not be positive, because then you're really going to take it in the ass. So it's like, that's my mind comp, if you will. You're Cooper in the background. But I mean, like I said, in the end, it'll be okay. It's just like, I think a common misconception is people are like, oh, fuck, like I'm 26. They're like, oh, fuck, I don't have it figured out. I have to have it figured out. So then it's like they go and they try to figure it out, and then they're upset when it's not figured out. Bud Light? What the fuck? Oh, dude. That's God's piss water. There's Bud Light and then there's Budweiser. And whichever one you drink is determined on your physical state. So there's Bud Light and there's Budweiser.
Yeah, it's a 12-pack of Bud Light.
It's God's piss, dude.
No. And that's literally what happened. Is I thought I had no more alcohol. I was like, fuck, where's that June shine? And I was like, oh, wait, I have like 10 Bud Light. But I didn't consider it real alcohol. So I couldn't even, I thought I was out. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should drink this.
Yeah. This is my last Cutwater. And I said I was going to drink less, but after doing this podcast, I feel like I'm going to go get more. So.
Are we going long?
It's gonna be bright.
Are we going long?
It's gonna be a bright early. It's gonna be a bright. I said bright early. It's gonna be a bright morning. Oh, we got him so fucked.
No.
Things the liquor store so far away. And they have no more Cutwaters. I actually got the last pack. Mango Margarita. Use code Not So Happy Hour to get 10% off. I'm kidding. It's not true. Don't do that.
You can try it.
One day we'll get there.
Try it.
You can try it. It won't work.
No, and here's the thing. I encourage anyone listening to this to go to the Cutwater website, go to contact, and be like, I was told I get 10% off with Not So Happy Hour podcast code. And then send that to them. And if enough people send it, they'll make it a code.
That's true. I think if I had to pick a discount, it would be Zen's, which I need to quit. I have been slowing down. The problem is when I do things like this, I start to get a little buzz going.
Yeah.
Start flying through them. Anyway, so now we've talked about Parker. Our next topic of discussion is porn stars. Now listen.
Porn. Where?
Yeah. Wherever. Use code fucking Not So Happy Hour, get 10% off. Get 10% off browsers.
Sexualized.
Imagine that, dude. The podcast blows up and you get a discount to browsers. Did we make it?
I don't even know what that website is.
Dude, imagine you pull up for a family dinner and they're like, hey, Thomas, how's life been? You have a nice car. What have you been doing lately? And you're like, oh, well, I have a discount to browsers and OnlyFans. So you have to look your grandma in the eye, dude. My 4 foot fucking 5-inch grandma, 4 or 5, she's short as shit. Habibi.
Habibi.
She's like, what's browsers? And you're like, it's a website.
What if we get an exclusive deal that it has to stream on browsers?
Oh my god! Could you imagine? It's like it goes, you're on Pornhub. It goes dildo, vibrator, podcast, Not So Happy Hour. Early options.
I would love that, dude. Are you kidding?
The Fingering 2000 vibrator, rechargeable batteries, and then it shows our mugs, and it's like Not So Happy Hour.
Do you like MILFs? Do you like threesomes? Do you like podcasts?
Take this pill. Your last 12% longer, or 12%. Your last 12 hours longer, and then it's like podcast, and you're like, wait. So is it Viagra, Blue Chew? It goes Viagra, Blue Chew, and then podcast.
Not So Happy Hour.
Video Ninja, Not So Happy Hour. And
then there's a picture of you on the phone, and it says Middle Eastern gets fucked by boss. And
then it opens to the podcast, the conversation with Parker. No, but I was saying, like, with porn,
BBL,
like, I get it.
Gets fucked by boss.
That could work, but it's like, like with these fucking porns, dude. It's like the guy is talking. It's like, shut up. I don't need to hear, oh, you like that? It's like, no. It's annoying. I don't like it, actually.
It's funny because our boss said he got off porn, but then he ended up just fucking all of us.
His body count definitely skyrocketed. There's no doubt about it.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, should I tell you the bit I wrote on this podcast?
Yeah.
I literally wrote a bit.
You already broke down your life's finances.
It can't get any worse.
We're all in.
All right, let me see.
I don't even know what my credit score is. What's my credit score? God knows.
Oh, dude,
Police state the suspect fled in an unknown direction after opening fire. Dude, I have this app. It's called Citizen. And it tells you all the crime that's going on nearby.
Dude, I can't find this bit. No way, dude. Where is it? I found it. All right, so I haven't critiqued it yet.
Bro, what's Eyes Wide Shut? It's like a movie.
Eyes wide shut? How is it shut if they're wide?
Well, it's like a movie, and it's like a saying that people say. I've heard it on a few podcasts. Okay, so it's a movie from 1999. What's the meaning? It means a person refuses to see something in plain view because of preconceived notions of what this something should look like. This frequently
that's
happens.
Something Parker would tell me. That's something Parker would tell me. Yeah, your back is not coming. Your eyes are wide shut.
No, your eyes are wide shut when you re-sign with him. Yeah, I got 76%. Let's see, what's it about? Oh, wow. Okay, so it's with Tom Cruise.
That's what I said. It's got the Cruise in it. With Nicole Kidman.
Stanley Kubrick.
No. I just Googled it.
Okay, Bill becomes obsessed.
Isn't she married to Keith Urban? Isn't Keith Urban? Let's double check this before we fucking lay it out there. Yeah, he's Australian.
We can delete it.
No, dude, we're not deleting anything.
No, I'm kidding. We really don't have the means to delete anything. So if you say it, it's
out there forever.
It is out there forever.
Dude, I can't.
Should I watch this movie tonight?
Yeah, I mean, why not? What do you have to lose?
I don't know. This seems...
Dude, I'm telling you, watch Margin Call over anything. Because I need to watch that tonight, too. I'm going to watch it, and then tomorrow's podcast will be about...
I know what this is. This is like... Okay, so it says sexual fantasies, and it's like this sex cult in Hollywood. All right, that's what it looks like. I'm looking at the pictures. You've heard about
Scientology? Sounds like Scientology.
Sorry, Tom Cruise. If you ever want to come on the podcast, you're welcome to. You're welcome to come on the podcast and convert us. No, but like, you know, like they have these, I don't know, kind of like this Californication stereotype. It's so true though, isn't it? There's like this like weird feeling. Like now that you're out of California, Jay, what do you think? It's like, because there's like Bohemian Grove, but there's also like, you feel like in LA, there's a lot of sex parties, maybe.
Here's the thing about
lizard people.
Here's the thing about California. It's like, everyone who's not from California, who's ever been, talks so much shit. And it's like, okay, we're not the best state. Like when it comes to gun laws or all this other shit, you know, what is it called?
Liberal.
Not welfare state, but yeah, very liberal. But not welfare, but sanctuary. We love sanctuary cities. But here's the thing. It's like I alluded to earlier, if we were our own country, it'd be the fourth largest country in the world. But it's like, dude, it's like, take out LA and San Francisco, we're pretty fucking red because of all the agriculture. But it's like, what annoys me when I talk to someone who's from Arizona, who's like super conservative, it's like, oh, you're a fucking liberal mindset. It's like, no, take out those two cities and then we can have a discussion. But I will say this, if you're a liberal in a red state, your fucking guns are huge and they're ready to go. Because you have to be, like, you're always on guard. And it's just kind of crazy.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
It's like if you're liberal, what do you mean? Or the first part?
You said if you're a liberal in the red state, your guns are ready to go.
Oh, dude, your hair's blue. Everything that could be pierced is possibly pierced. Like, you just, like, you have no...
Do you see a lot of dick piercings out there? I've never seen a dick piercing.
I saw one dick piercing in San Francisco like 5 years ago. Yeah, I was at SF Pride Parade, and dude's just walking around.
Oh, but it seems uncomfortable. It defeats the purpose. You don't want to see.
Yeah, but you want
to see something out there in the wild.
Yeah, but I wonder if you have a dick piercing, what's that feel like when you go inside? whatever hole you want to talk about going in.
Inside
I
of
just
what?
feel like it would not. Whatever, fucking the mouth, the butt. Like I don't know. It just feels like it's weird. It's like wearing 3 condoms.
Not a fan of piercing. I don't like metal a lot. I'm a germaphobe or a metal phobe, something like that. But
yeah, it's like nipple piercings. It's like, I'm sucking on pennies.
Yeah, it's too much.
They're not bad. I don't hate them, but it's like
not a fan.
It's another step. Yeah, it's like someone with a kid. Okay, I don't care if you have a kid. I don't care if you have a kid, but it's another step on the judgment calculator. Like if I pull out a spreadsheet of you as a person, I don't care if you're.
Here we go to Jay's dating profile.
If your kid's an asshole, you're probably an asshole. So that's kind of how I look at it.
That's fair. Fuck. How did we end up over here?
I don't know. Oh, it's
Jamie,
a comedy bit.
Young Jamie. Where were we? Can you pull that up?
I'm about a comedy bit, and I was like, there's so many pages, I don't know where to start. The problem is the timeline of how I should deliver this. But I have it. And it's literally 1, 3, 5.
He's about to do stand-up comedy. It's about to turn into a Kill Tony podcast. Let's go for it.
I don't want to do it.
Wait, what are you pulling up right now, Jay?
Yeah, I wrote this on the plane, dude. It's on the plane. I was like, I should have read a bit. I was listening to music. The thing is, I don't pay for Wi-Fi, especially on Spirit. Because what's that, $79.99 for an hour flight?
I didn't even know Spirit had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you have to pay for it, but it's a fucking arm and a leg.
Damn.
Oh, this is so bad. I don't even want to do it.
Well, is it going to get us views? Is it going to get us views? Can we monetize it? Because that's the reality. We started a podcast to monetize. We want to make a lot of money. We want to be filthy rich. And we want to look down on everyone. Tell them, Jay. We're sick and tired of being at the bottom. Listening to fucking Joe
I'm just going to kind of read this.
Tim Dillon. These dirtbags.
My thing is my delivery is probably really
I want to be a dirtbag.
I don't mind the airport.
I want CNN to write articles about me, about how evil I am. You know? Do you see what I'm saying?
We'll get there. Especially after this.
Don't you want to get canceled? You know what's so funny to me? Is obviously...
I think it's good to be canceled after you've made it. Because then it's like you've still made it. No one's going to actually... If you get canceled right now, it's like...
If I got canceled right now, it's like it'd be a step up, to be honest. I don't think I could get canceled worse. How do you get canceled worse? I have 0 listeners. I'm going to have a negative listener? No. You know what I mean? I just can't get any worse. Might as well. If we get canceled, that just means we have a few extra listeners. Someone will Google. You know what I mean? But what I was going to say is I'm fucking sick and tired. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to St. Rogie. We all do.
Yeah.
Bastard.
You have to.
And he and all these other guys are like, oh, you got to stay off social media. You got to stay off the comments. What the fuck is that, dude? If I could get one comment, right? Even if it's a negative comment, I don't give a fuck, dude. If there's one person listening out there, tell me I'm a fat piece of fucking shit. Tell me how terrible I am. Look at Jay. Roast him. Roast.
Dude. We got the patchy beard.
It's fucking, give me a break. Don't listen to the comments. You're going to get sad.
Dude, I wonder what the statistic on roasted, bad comments to good comments is. It's for every hater, you're going to have someone who likes you.
Bro, no, that's true. But you know what I heard too? Is a lot of people say, who was it? Oh, okay. So I was listening to Lex Friedman, and it was this guy, Gotham Chess. I watch his videos. It's fantastic chess videos. I don't know his real name though, but that's his YouTube name. He said he'll get negative comments on his YouTube videos, and sometimes he'll respond, and I'll be like, "Oh, why didn't you like X, Y, or Z?" And then they're always like, oh, I actually love your videos. I was just trolling. I was trying to get attention or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like when you actually talk to them, it's like a lot of them, he said, they're like, oh, I didn't think you ever saw this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when they're actually talking to you, it's like they're a fan. They're watching the video. You know what I mean? Like no one's going on there to comment if they hate you. It's like there's a few people. But the effort that it goes through, you know what I mean? It's like there's plenty of things I hate. There's things I like, but not that much. And so I'm not going to listen to them. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that I like.
Every way.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. But is it worth my time? And my time's not worth a lot. I'll tell you that right now. You can look at the credit score. I'll tell you, if I'm listening to someone, I'm a fan to some extent, if not full-blown fan. You know what I mean? It's just like a full YouTube video, like podcast or something like that. It's like you're only commenting to troll. And it's like they know this, but they still get sad. And I want to be sad. I want to be sad. When do I get to be sad, Jay? When do people get to talk shit on me? You know what I mean? And I get paid.
Once you've made it.
I want to get paid to be sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what kind of complaint? I'm sorry, not to go back into it, but what kind of fucking complaint? It's like, hey, it's kind of a bummer. This one guy from fucking Wisconsin doesn't like my podcast. I have 30 million viewers. Can I do a Joe Rogan accent? I don't know how to do it. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, so I got 30 million viewers and $300 million from Spotify, but this guy from Wisconsin said he doesn't like my bald head. So that's why I don't listen to the comments. They're too negative. He said, even though I got better with ivermectin in 48 hours, I don't believe in science. So I don't listen to the comments. I was paid $200 million. But Kyle from Michigan said something that makes me sad. Pull that up, Jamie. Give me a break. Make me sad. Make me sad and make me rich.
That's what I mean, dude. It's like, come on. Different stresses for sure. Because I go on the ice bath every
different
morning.
Strokes, different folks. You know what I
mean? Literally. But it's all good. We all strive to be like Rogan, you know, make that kind of money.
I want to be sad.
Bitching about our problem. We've talked about money, porn stars, relationships, and Joe Rogan in the last, hour and a half? Almost 2 hours.
Bro, you know what's so funny too? Is you went on this tirade about Shia LaBeouf or something. I have no idea what was said. Because...
Dude, what?
I went downstairs, right? I took off the thing. I took a piss, and then I got...
Oh, it's right, okay.
Bud Light, yeah, so I missed it all.
On the real ones.
Well, you can't go back.
Podcast.
What if you were listening to this podcast? Put yourself in the shoes.
People who don't know. People who don't know. Maybe they haven't seen it.
What? No, but I'm just saying your tirade that you just went on.
No, I'm just going to say one line from the podcast. So it makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So he was on the real ones, and he said, he's like, in the end, it'll be okay. And if it's not okay, then it's not the end. And if you just kind of live by that, like I was saying earlier, it's like, fuck, it's tiring. But it's true. It's like, if you just tell yourself that, you'll get through anything. Now, when is the end? It's $1 million question. Yeah, I mean, probably. But
drugs. At what point, let me ask you this. At what point does your credit score hit before you say, all right, Time for heroin.
I mean,
I think if I lose this
debated
current job, I think it's time. It's time to go under the bridge, play a little Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know if that's what people play. I feel like it would be Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe a little Nirvana.
But I feel like anyone who's doing heroin under a bridge doesn't have a phone to play music.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Jay. I live in LA.
Obama phones? It's true.
Bro, they have full generators, dude. I saw this. I shit you not. And if I knew how to work technology better, I would pull it up onto the screen. Maybe in future episodes we can do that. But there was literally this homeless person with a washer and dryer running in their encampment on Street People of Los Angeles on Instagram. Street People of Los Angeles. Look at Street People of Los Angeles on Instagram. That's what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? That's what I do.
Washer and dryer?
Why
don't you just sell that and use it as like a down payment for an apartment and get a job?
Do you think... Do you think they're on the street because they couldn't get into a house?
No,
by
they probably
choice?
sold everything in it. They probably sold everything in it, and fucking that's where they are.
Jay, let me ask you a question. You look me in the eyes right now. If you do enough fentanyl that you're sleeping on the sidewalk in downtown LA and you sell a washer and dryer for $50,
I don't know, dude. How much
do you take that to Chase Bank? Or do you buy more drugs? Let me ask you, how about this? Do you go buy food with that $50? Do you go get a haircut? Or do you buy more fentanyl? Come on, dude. Let's call a spade a spade at the end of the day. If you sold a washer dryer right now, what would you spend the money on? I'd spend it on a cut water.
Cut water? There's some groceries.
Yeah, I'd buy some groceries. But I wouldn't put a down payment on a house, I'll tell you that. And I'm not even homeless.
I assumed a washer and dryer was like $4 or $5 grand. You sell it for half. You know, you're trying to make a life.
The thing
happen.
is you're gonna walk in. It's like the same thing with your couch. Not to bring that up on the podcast, but you're selling that bitch for $300 because you're like, knew it was like $2 grand, right? $3 grand.
Yeah.
So I could easily sell it for $300. Have you gotten any hits?
No, I put it for $300, and then like a couple of days later, I put it for $200, and then put it for $150. Now it's missing a cushion.
That's what I'm saying. It's like new. Sure, it's worth one thing, but what's it missing? What's the cushion? It's a nice couch. I don't understand why you don't just keep it. Oh, I see that cushion.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what you could do? I bet you could get a cushion that fits there, or just a fucking thick pillow, and then put a couch cover on it.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking about doing is once I got out the fucking financial hole I'm in, is you're gonna make fun of me. But like, if you
say I'm gonna finance a $3,000 couch.
No. But like, okay, so this cushion
Keep
here.
that couch.
Let's say I got a cat, and I put the cat bed there. And the cat would have its own spot of the couch.
A cat?
Or a dog, or a puppy. It could fit right there.
This is mortifying. Show that little section.
Like,
You're going to put a little
cat bed right here.
donut cat bed right there.
Yeah, sorry, this is I'm washing my sheets right now. They're in the dryer. But yeah, put like a little couch or a little cat bed right here. It'd fit perfect. Oh my gosh, it's almost 11.
I lost words. A cat bed. Jay, what are you running? Hold on, dude. Do we have to stop the podcast so I can talk about, you know what I mean, what's going on mentally?
I don't know. He's a little furry friend. He doesn't need much attention.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess you could do that. I don't know. How about a TV? Do you have a TV in there?
It's in my room on the ground because I have an entertainment center.
And it's so funny how this podcast went from like a comedic podcast to like a personal therapy session. Just like that. We couldn't even get through. We're an hour in. No, an hour 20. We've done quite a bit. Now it's a therapy sesh. But go on. Yeah, please.
No, I'm chilling. I think it would help.
Yeah, no, I think
dude. It's almost 11.
It's 11 o'clock.
Almost 11 my time. I have to go to bed.
Damn, dude. It's almost 10 o'clock my time. And I won't be going to bed anytime soon.
By the time I fucking stop laughing, it's going to be midnight.
I don't know, dude. I think our podcast was pretty good.
I think it went well, dude. Do this again tomorrow.
I think there's too many podcasts out there, and you guys shouldn't listen to a new one. That is what I believe. But I hope you do. I don't think you should.
Check them out. You never know what's going to happen.
Do you think anyone's listening to this? Or are we just screaming into the void?
I think eventually we'll get someone to listen.
To this episode?
Yeah, dude, because we're going to make it, and people are going to be like, dude, I wonder how this started.
I wonder what it looked like back then.
Yeah. They both have nothing in the background.
Fat, hopefully.
Yeah.
But what if they say, when they were skinny?
It just gets worse.
Dude, it's pretty fun. It's kind of like our conversations on the phone, but it's like we're FaceTiming, and I almost feel like I'm dedicating all of my focus.
Yeah, rather than like you're on the phone, but it's like
doing the dishes.
Yeah, putting away laundry and shit like that.
Putting on laundry. But it's also like you get such interesting conversations when you're like, you know, when I'm walking Cooper, you know, when you're walking around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if we just keep busting this out, it'll get more and more interesting. You know?
No, I agree.
I think it was pretty funny today. I mean,
yeah. I have nothing. No complaints. And Parker called.
Yeah, I feel like we clipped that.
We're good to go.
Clip a few things.
We're off to
the races. But I don't know. We see. It's like at the end of the day, we talk on the phone. I mean, a disturbing amount. It's disturbing. Seriously. It's not healthy. I don't admit to anyone. I'll get off the phone with you and I'll tell Grace, I'll be like, oh yeah, I talked to my boss. I literally, the other day, I had to say that. I was like, I talked to Jay, talked to my mom, talked to my dad. My boss called. We had a Zoom call. You know what I mean? It's just like I can't admit that it was 6 hours of talking about Joe Rogan or some shit. It's like, what the fuck? It's embarrassing.
It's true though. It's like I said that today, and like we were doing training, and I was like, "Yeah, my best friend, I was talking on the phone for like 4 hours." She's like, "I can't talk on the phone to anybody for more than 20 minutes. Not even my wife."
No, that's what I'm saying. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to admit, but here we are. You know what I mean? We're being vulnerable on the podcast. No, but I might as well monetize it. We're not going to get paid.
Yeah, maybe.
If I make,
Maybe one day we will.
$1, our first $1, we gotta throw a party.
We gotta frame it like taco shops, dude.
Oh well. Well, if anyone listens to this, I'm going to say a few things. We're going to create an Instagram, a TikTok, and that's humiliating to say. We're going to create a TikTok, but that's what we'll do. We're going to create an Instagram.
Well, we got to put the audio only. So we can put it on my Instagram story and tell people to listen.
No, we will have the audio. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have the audio. We'll have the YouTube. The video, this will be on YouTube. Everything else will just be audio. No one's going to be able to see what we're doing, which that's important to remember for future episodes. But yeah, if anyone listens to this all the way to the end here, right? Send us a DM. We'll scrounge up something. We'll send you a gift. Jay will send you a cushion off his couch.
If it's not one, it's two. Let's go.
Jay's gonna send you a cushion, and I'll send you a Bud Light or some shit.
Yeah. So. What is it? 1 is none, and 2 is 1. Yeah. I was of 2 missing coaches.
1 is none.
Missing coaches.
1. Shut the fuck. You've been in too deep, Jay. Give me a break. All right. Jay, do you want to plug your dates?
Dates?
Where can people see you? Where can people reach you? This is one of the funniest people I know. Where can people see you?
How do people find you? It's just Jacob Zachary, JAKOBZAKHRY. What about you, Mr. Thomas?
JacobZComedy.com. I'm going to be headlining at the Irvine Improv. Check me out in Michigan, Wisconsin. Doing a Midwest tour.
Starting in the Midwest and going to the West Coast.
No, Jay's gonna have a cooking show here soon enough. How's the development deal going with the Food Network?
We'll get there one day.
I'm just kidding. No, Jay's. If there's any single ladies out there, listen to this. Imagine if there was a single lady listening to this podcast. They went an hour and 28 minutes in, and they're still listening to it. And if that doesn't raise a red flag, I don't know what does. But if you went this far with all your red flags, I want you to DM Jacob at, what's your handle again? J Zachary.
Jacob Zachary.
Jacob Zachary. I want you to DM Jacob Zachary because he's got issues. You've got issues. If you've made it an hour and a half to us fucking rambling, you guys sound like a match made in heaven. So hit him up. And yeah, maybe enjoy a date on the couch. And you can see the couch. One lucky fan. One lucky fan that sends us a DM in the Arizona area, you get to go see Jay's fucking magical missing couch.
But I'll cook dinner to make a good meal. So.
Oh, he's a fantastic cook. Yeah, man. And here's what I'll say. And I'm going to finish this with some wise words from Tim J. Dillon. All right. He's a real beast, a real force in the comedy. I would say, I don't know, he's gay, so that counts for something these days. But he says What does he say? What the fuck was I going to say? I can't even remember.
We just gotta get to episode 30, and we're chilling.
We're going to get to episode 30, yeah. Now, he said something that I wanted to say. I can't remember. But anyway, if I think about it, shoot us a DM, and I'll tell you what it was. That's a secret. It's a secret code. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It was a blast. We had a not-so-happy hour. Cue the music. Not so happy hour.
All right, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm down to do this again tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's 11, so it's like I gotta sleep.
No,
but I'll be home. I'm gonna do like 7. 7 my time.
Yeah. Yeah, just shoot me a text. And
all right.
Let's do it again. All right. See you, dude.
Bye, everybody.
Hello.